And now it is time for the news. And the news is Subaru has announced that there will be a new Impreza, but that it won't be coming to Britain.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, there is a new one, but we're not going to have it in Britain. They're not going to sell it.
They're not... The Yobmobile is not going to be sold in Britain.
That is
the Subaru Impreza. But how will our studio audience get here every week?
I've no idea.
No, I'm not joking. Every single week, our car park is, what, 75% Subaru Imprezas.
Don't worry about our car park. What's going to happen to Wales? Well, because once again, those of us who choose to live in the countryside are not just ignored, but abused, it would seem, deliberately. And I've had enough, seriously. The end of the Impreza. I mean, they've taken our libraries, they've taken our post offices, they've taken our bus services, and they can never take our freedom. It must stop.
Crikey. Hammond's gone mad.
It's the end.
Well, you say that, Hammond, but they can, and indeed they have, because they're only going to concentrate now on the Forester and the Legacy Outback.
And the BRZ that I was just talking about in my film.
Well, technically, yes.
Sorry, lads, I don't care. You're rambling on about cars that don't matter.
Wait. What do you mean, technically, yes, on the BRZ?
Well, the thing is, they did a deal with Toyota when they did that joint venture thing.
Yeah.
And the arrangement was, for every 10 Subarus that are sold, they can sell 90 of the Toyotas. So you can order a Subaru, and you will be able to have it sometime in the future, or you can have a Toyota this afternoon, sir.
You're kidding.
But either way, you can't have an Impreza. That's the key issue here. You might as well just get rid of the countryside with it. Tell them to take that.
All right, Hammond. That's incredible. I thought it was all about the ban on fox hunting or something. It is a good question, though. I mean, what are yobbos going to drive?
I don't know. Well, if you are a yobbo and you have a suggestion, write it down on a note, attach it to a brick and throw it through our window at 201 Wood Lane, London, W, wherever we are, 12. Hammond.
What?
You like a Camaro, don't you? The big new Chevrolet Camaro.
Yes, I do.
OK, well, they've made one just for you. Here it is. There you go.
How funny. Thank you.
It's actually, ignore the little one, that's a Hot Wheels one. What they've done is a full-size Hot Wheels model of the Camaro.
What? So they've made a full-size version of a model which is a miniature version of a full-size car.
Yes, can't understand the logic myself.
No.
There you are, that's what they've done.
That's a brilliant idea.
Is it?
Well, that will survive an 800-mile-an-hour impact with a giant skirting board and come out completely unscathed.
The worst thing about Hot Wheels was when you get up in the night for a pee and you tread on one. Or Lego.
Lego is...
Or an upturned plug.
No. Lego's worse.
Why?
Because an upturned plug is big, Lego hides in the carpet. You can't see it, and then all of a
Is there
sudden...
anything worse than an upturned plug for treading on in the middle of the night?
Lego.
A landmine.
A tiger.
Your house, James. I know something worse.
Dog.
Dog. That was that is two words right out of my mouth. It's the ow.
It's that
If you have a lot of dogs,
moment.
it can happen. It's not a...
It is. You have horses in your house.
I did, on occasion, yes, it has happened.
Have you ever trodden in some horse manure?
Possibly unbeknownst to me, I just had a warm foot.
Anyway, if you want a full-size model of a toy car, it's basically a Camaro with Hot Wheels written on it, it's £40,000.
Yeah, but it will be worth more if you keep it in the box.
Oh, now, business news.
Yes?
Important business news. Classic cars. Values have been shooting through the roof in recent years and months, actually. And I think I know why. It's because if you put your life savings in a bank, you get, what is it nowadays, 0.5% interest? It's about 0.5%. So if you put £25,000 life savings in the bank, you get...
125 quid.
It is about 125 quid
it is.
a year back in interest, OK? Now, if you'd have bought 10 years ago an E-Type Jab for £25,000, it would now be worth £80,000. £80,000. And you'd have had an E-Type to drive around in, because you can't drive around in a bank statement. So it makes perfect sense.
And there's no tax, presumably, on the profit on
No,
the
there
car,
isn't.
is there?
No, on a car you can sell it and you don't even pay any tax on it.
But there's quite a lot of cars doing that. Ferrari 275 GTS, if you bought one of those 10 years ago, about £130,000. Now, £500,000
I know.
in 10 years.
I know. It's staggering how
That's
cars
all
have
right.
gone
The
up.
difficult thing, though, is knowing what to pick next, spotting what's going to do that. Is it?
Talk to me.
Really?
So, Jeremy, what's
Literally
going to be?
expert. I once bought a BMW 3-litre CSL for £3,000. They're now worth 40, 50?
Yeah.
Easily.
How much did you sell yours for?
1,500 quid.
Well done.
I am the man you turn to at times.
Come on.
My
Your
tip
top
now.
tip.
Subaru Impreza, probably.
We've got to take this quite seriously, though, because we could actually dispense sound financial advice.
Yeah,
and actually, a car I've noticed that has gone up a lot in recent years is the Rolls-Royce Corniche.
Yeah, like the one you've got, James, really.
Yeah.
How much is it worth now, James?
About £1 million.
Is it? Is it really?
That's nothing compared to the Mercedes 600 Grosser.
Ah, such as the one you've got, Jamie.
£1 billion.
Really?
A billion? A straight
That is
billion.
now $1 billion to
Wow.
buy one of those. If anybody's interested, give me a shout after the show.
Yeah.
Now, you know the old Maserati Quattroporte? We all agreed on this, actually. It was one of the most want-one cars.
Yes.
You just got in there, oh, God, I want one of these. Fantastic thing. For me, though, the only problem with it was, I thought its headlights were a bit too small. You know, they were out of proportion. Well, there's a new Quattroporte been announced, OK, here it is. And I think it's got the same problem. It's got piggy little eyes. It looks like Ray Mears.
What? A bit fat and lives on squirrels.
Do you know the best thing about Ray Mears? You know he always wears those very tight shorts? Well, when he bends down to whittle something, you can always see a testes.
That is the best thing about
Isn't
Ray
it the
Mears.
best thing?
The occasional glimpse of chicken skin outside of his shorts.
No, it's you know what I mean? It's just...
I know.
You know what I mean? It's
No,
always...
don't.
Oh, don't bend down, Ray. Oh, no, there it is.
Oh, one of the boys has popped out.
Anyway, if you do want a Maserati, there's a V6 turbo, which is £80,000, and a V8 turbo, which is £108,000.
I did want one quite a lot. You have now ruined it.
And that's the end of the news. Now, over the years...